Okay, very well. So the first thing is we're going to check in according to the topics. We have to check. We are going to have a little bit of review of food. We're going to remember food textures and food flavors. So we're going to discuss this. When you travel, um, around the world, when you try some exotic food sometimes, or the local food from the country where you go, I think it's normal. When you are a tourist, you need to try this food. So I would like to show you like some top of foods all around the world. And then we will discuss today's vocabulary. Okay, let's go. Okay, very well. So here is, let me show you. We start.
Well, you read the title, so you know what you're getting into in this video. So growing up, my mom always told me, you gotta try everything once, baby. You don't have to eat it if you don't like it, but you got to try it. Apparently my mom was a sassy black woman.
Anyways, that was good advice because it got me to try things that I normally wouldn't try, especially things like sushi, which ended up being one of my favorite foods. Unfortunately, no amount of advice could get me to try these foods. You'll see what I'm talking about. Here are the 10 weirdest foods in the world. Fried brain sandwiches.
Perhaps you'd like a nice Chianti with this one, Clarice.
Made from fried calves brains, this dish is popular in El Salvador, Mexico, and even the good old US of A. Apparently, brains have a mushy texture and they have very little flavor, so it's highly recommended to use lots of sauces to help flavor it. I have a question. How disturbed is the person that came up with this dish? Like, for real, whoever you are, you need to just like lay off the zombie movies because they're influencing you a little bit too much. It's a little bit unhealthy. Rocky Mountain oysters. But Matt, what's so gross about oysters? Well, as you can see from the picture, so it's highly recommended.
Okay, so this is brain. We also eat brain in Mexico, and we have brain tacos. I mean, I've never tried them. I would never try, but in Mexico we have brain, but this is the burger. All right, this is the next one.
Oysters. But Matt, what's so gross about oysters? Well, as you can see from the picture, Rocky Mountain oysters aren't oysters at all. In fact, that's just the fancy name given to what they really are, fried testicles. Taken from either a bull, a buffalo, or a boar, these are popular in parts of Canada and in the USA. They're peeled, boiled, rolled in flour, and then deep fried. Oh, and they come with a delightful cocktail sauce. Cocktail. For real though, how does one go about procuring the materials needed to cook such a delicacy? You gotta have some serious balls of your own to try to go grab some bull nuts.
Sorry, Bessie, but I got to eat dinner tonight.
This next one's called balut. This one. Popular in the Philippines, Cambodia, and Vietnam, balut is a boiled chicken or duck egg with an almost completely developed embryo. This is essentially their equivalent of hot dogs, which is sold by street vendors. You know, I've been an omnivore my whole life, but like, this is the closest I've ever come to wanting to convert to vegetarianism. Deep fried tarantula. Oh god, nope, that's it for me. I'm out. We're done. Video's over. We're gonna have to get through this one quick. Popular in Cambodia, tarantulas are deep fried and eaten as a tasty treat. You can buy them individually or in a pile to eat like French fries. Okay, let's go to the next one. Frog sashimi. It's not easy being green. That was a terrible impression. In Tokyo, raw skinned frog is a popular dish. And if that isn't fresh enough for you, some chefs will actually cut open a live frog and pass the still beating heart over to you for immediate consumption, which is, believe it or not, a popular delicacy in some areas. After that, appetizer, the rest of the frog is served in its entirety on a plate to you along with some raw seafood. Yummy! Seriously though, who would ever want a still beating heart? Other than that one witch doctor guy from Indiana Jones.
Kalima! Kalima! Kalima!
The fuck? Hackerel. Popular in Iceland, hackerel is made by gutting a Greenland or basking shark, letting it ferment for 2 to 4 months, after which it reeks of ammonia. It's available all year round and is often served as cubes on toothpicks. Aw, really? Just little bites? That's disappointing. I was hoping for a large slab of ammonia-smelling fermented shark meat. Fugu. Fugu is the Japanese word for poisonous pufferfish. These fish are filled with a poisonous toxin and only a specially trained chef with years of experience can prepare it. Strangely, some chefs actually choose to leave a little bit of the toxin in the fish, which causes a tingling sensation on the lips and tongue. What's weird to me though is that this fish is reportedly really bland, so why would you risk eating it knowing that you could potentially die or at least swell up from the poison?
Hey guys, I think he left too much poison in the fish.
Kasu marzu. Matt, is that bread pudding? No, it's sheep's milk infested with insect larvae. Yum! Found in Sardinia, Italy, translucent worms are added to the cheese to help promote fermentation. Why would anyone do that? What's most disturbing is that some actually choose to brush off the bugs before eating a spoonful of cheese. Yeah, that's right. Some prefer to brush off the bugs. Not all. Oh god, I don't do bugs. Let's just keep it moving. Yak penis! Well, this one speaks for itself. Popular in Beijing, China, this one's known as the dragon in the flame of desire. Or as I call it, big honkin' yak dick. Consuming this giant piece of yak dick jerky is supposed to be good for you according to the locals and costs hundreds of dollars. What's really interesting is this is not an exclusive dish. The restaurant that sells it has animal genitalia in almost every one of its dishes. Here's another good question. How does somebody become inspired to want to cook animal penis? Like, did someone at some point say to the restaurant owner, go eat a dick, and he was like, hey, good idea, thank you. And finally, tuna eyeball. Found in Japanese grocery stores for about $1 US, this comes surrounded by severed muscles and fish fat and apparently tastes like squid, which is weird because I would have thought it tasted like tuna. Prepared by being seasoned and boiled, this is a very common dish with many fans. You know, out of all the foods that I've shown you, this one doesn't even gross me out. In fact, I'm cool with it. I just have a question. What the f kind of tuna has an eyeball that big? Do they have like giant mutant tuna in Japan or something? Looks like they plucked out Godzilla's eye. Damn. Anyways, that's all for this video, guys. I just wanted to share those with you, and hopefully you weren't too disturbed, but hey, at least you learned something, right? And I will see you guys next Saturday with a brand new video. Peace.
Okay, well, that's that was a little bit disturbing, right? But yes, when you travel around the world, you'll find things that will make you be amazed. In Mexico, we have, for example, food like we have this soup called mondongo or pancita, right? And some food love it. Some people love this food, some others hate it. Or we have the chicken feet, las patitas de pollo, and some people love it, some don't like it that much. So I think that in Mexico we are not, and we also have the grasshoppers. So it's not like in Mexico we don't have weird stuff. So according to this, the next topic, like I told you, right, this is a topic we see according to the unit. And remember, we have been talking about tourism. We have been talking about hotels. We have been talking about rooms in the hotels. Well, food is something very important too. As part of your trip, you will need to eat. Maybe something local. If not, if you don't dare, there's always a McDonald's everywhere. So McDonald's is an option for people who don't want to try anything new and they just want to go for sure things. But well, we're going to listen to these. These are contestants. They are participating in a contest, in a competition. So they will be eating different foods. They have their eyes blind. They're not blind, but they're blinded by a rod that they will put on their eyes like this, like in the picture. And they will try the foods and try to guess they like it, and they will see if it's good or not. Okay, so let's play it, and then we're going to learn like a lot of words that will help you to describe food. Okay, so let's go.
Unit 4, Unusual Foods. Page 36. Listening. A taste test.
So, here we are for today's blind taste test. Our contestants today are Dale, Josie, and Kristen. Put your blindfolds on. Are you ready?
Yes.
So, here's the first dish. Ready, set, taste. Okay, you can look now. So, Dale, what did you think?
Well, it certainly tastes better than it smells. It's interesting. Sweet and sour, and a little bit spicy.
Would you eat it again if you had the chance?
Yes. If I saw it on a menu, I'd eat it again.
Great. Josie?
I'm sorry. I don't like it. I wouldn't eat it again if you paid me.
I agree. I don't really like it either.
So, what do you think it is?
Some sort of fish?
Yes, that's right. It's jellyfish.
Jellyfish.
Okay, contestants, put your blindfolds back on. Are you ready for the second dish?
Yes.
Ready, set, taste. Okay, forks down. Take a look.
Ooh.
Ah.
Kristen, what did you think of that?
I liked it. It's crunchy on the outside. I'd definitely eat it again if you offered it to me.
And you, Josie?
I'm not crazy about it.
Dale?
Sorry, I didn't like it. It's crunchy on the outside, but soft on the inside.
Any ideas what it might be?
It feels like fried chicken, but it didn't taste like chicken.
It's fried alligator tail. It's a popular savory dish in Australia and in the southern United States. So, the last dish. Ready, set, taste. Okay, you can look now.
Oh, wow. Are they what I think they are?
Grasshoppers?
Yes, Kristen. What did you think?
Wow, they're really good. Salty, spicy, and crunchy.
And you, Josie?
Definitely my favorite.
And finally, Dale. You didn't like them, right?
No, they're amazing. They're delicious. If I wanted to eat them again, where would I get them?
Well, they're called chapulines, and they're a Mexican specialty. You can eat them in a taco or just on their own like potato chips. So thank you, Dale, Josie, and Kristen. Chapulines are definitely the winner of our taste test today.
Okay, well, so that's now we have to choose the foods they try. Here we have a couple of options. It says jellyfish, the first one. What is that, guys? What do you see in the first picture? What is jellyfish?
Jellyfish no es, medusa, ¿no?
Exactly. That was the first dish, so they
Teacher?
ate this. How about the next one?
¿Pez espada?
Yes, the swordfish. And the next one? Well, fried chicken, that's not what they had. They didn't have fried chicken, but they had fried alligator tail. What is that? Fried alligator tail.
Cola de cocodrilo frita.
Yes. Well, that was the other. Then we have the chapulines, grasshoppers, the ones we had in Mexico. And the other is beef taco, but they didn't eat that. So they only ate these three things. Okay. Just give me 1 second, please. Sorry, went for something to drink. Very well. So here we have these foods that those are the ones that they try. But what we want to focus now is on the textures and the flavors, right? So let's see. We have the first, you see, in the left side, you have examples. The right side, you have the definitions. So the question you ask, if you don't know something, you can ask, what is it made of? What is it made of? So this is something important. Maybe you are allergic, right? You could ask someone, are you allergic to? You could say, I'm allergic to. I'm allergic to, I don't know, seafood. I'm allergic to peanuts. Okay. There's also, you can ask for a special, for some, something that doesn't have a bread. For example, you can say, I'm celiac. You know celiac?
No, teacher.
And celiac is the disease you have when you are allergic to gluten, right? So when you are allergic to gluten, or well, I don't know if it's exactly an allergy. I'm not a nutrition, but yeah, if you feel bad after eating things with gluten, well, that's when you are celiac. So maybe you want to ask gluten-free options if you need them. Or you can say, lactose intolerant. I'm lactose intolerant. So you can ask, for example, a drink. I don't know, that's a milkshake. Maybe you can ask with almond milk or other kinds of milk. Good. So yes, that's the first question. You can ask, what is it made of? ¿De qué está hecho? You can ask, what is this dish made of? Well, sometimes the name of the dish lets you know, right? A veces el mismo nombre del platillo te lo indica, right? But sometimes it's not that easy. So this is something you would like to ask. What is this dish made of? So if you travel to other parts of the world, you are sure what you would like to have. Then you could
Teacher, ¿la
ask,
palabra dish tiene un significado en específico o al estar en conjunto significa como de qué está hecho?
made of quiere decir estar hecho. Dish es platillo.
Ah,
De
sí,
qué
sí.
está este platillo hecho.
Sí.
Yes. So that's something you would like to ask. Also, what does it taste? You can ask, what does it taste like? What does it taste like? Eso lo vamos a preguntar para a qué sabe. So if it's a weird dish, for example, you heard the jellyfish. What does it taste like? So the guy said the consistency, the texture, porque es lo que vamos a aprender, food texture, si está blando, chicloso, crujiente. Okay. Or you can have these, you can also have the food flavors. That's what we are going to review. What does it taste like? But if you like it, let's say that you don't want to know what does it taste like, but you want to ask your friends if they liked them. So simplemente preguntarías, how does it taste? Aquí solamente es para saber cómo sabe. Por ejemplo, si tú cocinas para algún amigo, para alguien, le puedes preguntar, how does it taste? Simplemente, ¿qué tal? ¿Qué tal está? How does it taste? Y ya esperamos una respuesta bien o mal, right? What does it taste like? Es descríbeme el sabor. How does it taste? It's just, does it taste good? Does it taste bad? So these are like two questions. They're similar, but this is describe the food. Maybe something weird like grasshoppers. I have grasshoppers 1.5 long ago. I had grasshoppers. I ate grasshoppers. And yeah, it was very, very good. I just tried one. But if I close my eyes and ignore that they are insects, I could eat all of them. So they taste like chips. Son finalmente una botana muy buena. Yeah, I like it. But I didn't eat too much grasshoppers. They're expensive. You know, they're supposed to be cheap because you find them in the, like, everywhere, right? They're jumping all around. So I think that in little towns can be cheaper, but in touristic places, it's like a delicacy and it's very expensive. Okay, so then we have these food textures. Okay, so I would like to ask Diego, can you please, well, you will read number 2, but let me read number 1. It says, I don't eat cookies. I prefer savory snacks. I like nuts and chips. What is savory, spicy, or salty, and not sweet? So we could generally describe food, and we have like in two categories, savory or sweet. Do you prefer savory or do you prefer sweet food? In Spanish, we say salado, right? So we would say salty if what you're eating has a lot of salt. But burgers, pizza, tacos, soups, so those are savory foods. ¿Qué quiere decir? Simplemente que no son dulces. All right? Que no son postres. Those are savory foods. Salty quiere decir que tiene mucha sal. So they are different. Be careful with savory and salty. They are different things. Diego, could you please read number 2? Okay, maybe we could ask Julian, please. Could you read them? Okay. Okay, Diego, please.
¿Me preguntó a mí?
Yes, please. Number 2. I think maybe you have a problem with
Wait,
your
teacher.
internet. Could you please read number 2?
These strawberries are delicious. I love them. This thing is
So what is the definition for delicious?
delicious. Is having a strong spice that causes a burning feeling in your mouth.
Delicious?
Yes, ¿no? O sea, es como una sensación bien bonita en la... Burning, que es como aburrimiento, ¿no, verdad?
Burning, que quema la boca.
Ah, que quema. Ah, entonces no.
Yes. Well, sometimes it's delicious too, but we like spicy. But what is delicious? What is the definition of delicious?
También está tasting very good.
Exactly. Tasting very good. Exactly. So you can say, we're going to see the opposite is disgusting. You can say delicious The opposite is disgusting. So you could say, for example, it tastes good. Sabe bien. You can say, it tastes good. It tastes good. Okay. Very well. Number 3, please, Julianne, help us read number 3 and let's choose the definition.
Quick, give me some water. This sauce is really spicy. It's having a strong spicy that causes a burning feeling in your mouth.
Exactly. Having a strong spices, it's pero bueno, ese es otro, ese sería spiced, right? But it's correct. Eso es right, quema la boca. But we have spiced or seasoned. You say cuando está muy condimentado. You say spiced or seasoned. Si está picoso, you say spicy or hot. But here can be a confusion because hot also can be a temperature.
Sorry, what page? ¿Qué página es?
Is the unit 4? In the page I don't have it. Lo que pasa es que si abro aquí desaparece, but let me check. Maybe I can open this other book.
Teacher, entonces spicy and hot es picoso. Y spiced es como condimentado.
Y spiced or and seasoned, condimentado. Correct.
Spiced. Okay.
Yes, and hot can also be the temperature. For example, if the soup you used is recently made, so it's hot, right? It's literally hot. So sometimes people say it's hot spicy, para especificar que no es que esté caliente, sino que está picante. So yes, hot, you can say hot or spicy, but hot también se refiere a la temperatura. Okay, that is a page, Diego, is a page 36. I got it here. Just like to use the PDF with you because you see it's a little bit blurred. I don't know why, but it's better. Yes, very well. So, yes, you say spiced or seasoned. I like spiced food. For me, I needed to have like that body. What I mean is that I wanted to have a lot of flavor. The opposite of spice or seasoned would be bland. Bland means not salt, not pepper, you know, bland.
Como simple.
Yeah, bland would be like
Como desabrido.
Desabrido, insípido, yes. So that's why, for example, sometimes I add, but it's a very personal thing, I add a lot of salt. Maybe that's a problem that I have because I add salt to everything, and sometimes it's too much salt, but I like it. I like it when the food is salty, spiced, seasoned, right? Very well. So this is spicy or hot. For example, today I had a my wife made a pasta. She made Alfredo pasta, but I added this spicy sauce, things called Don Emilio. Well, it's not this. This is the sauce. They have it in Walmart. So yeah, I had this in my pasta, and that's one of the worst mistakes in food that I've made because it was super hot. So I added this sauce to my pasta and it was burning in my mouth like for 1 hour. So I had to drink milk and other things. Okay, very well. Let's read the next one, please. Cesar, number 4.
Before, this meal is totally disgusting. I hate it.
Okay, so what is disgusting?
Tasty, not looking terrible. No.
Terrible. Yeah, terrible. Very well. So yes, when you don't like something, you can say it's disgusting, or you can say it's gross. Like in the video that we watched, right? Where is it?
Well, you read the title, so you know what you're getting into in this video. So
Right, we have these brain sandwiches. So I don't know. Maybe you like brain tacos, but for me this is disgusting. Testicles, well, that's disgusting too. This is disgusting too. Would you eat that? Not delicious, right? Tarantula. Well, so all this food we could say, for example, is disgusting. This cheese, for example, this was, well, here's fugu. It's okay, but he said, right? He says something about the fugu fish. Fíjense lo que dice acerca del pez lobo.
Fugu. Fugu is the Japanese word for poisonous pufferfish. These fish are filled with a poisonous toxin and only a specially trained chef with years of experience can prepare it. Strangely, some chefs actually choose to leave a little bit of the toxin in the fish, which causes a tingling sensation on the lips and tongue. What's weird to me though is that this fish is reportedly really bland, so why would—
It's bland. See? So this fish is not even good. So it's expensive, it's risky, wouldn't make sense. This is another thing they have in Italy, the cheese with the larva. So yeah, well, those things are disgusting. Okay, well, we have the next one, bland. Please, could you read it, Osvaldo? Number 5, please.
Did you forget to put spice on the meal? It tastes very bland. Not having a strong flavor.
Very well.
Flavor, ¿qué significa, teacher?
Sabor. Flavor means sabor.
Thank you.
Very well. I chose the incorrect one. Okay, we get back to Diego, please. Could you help us read number 6?
Yes, teacher. Wow, this case is very sweet. Sweet, no? ¿Cómo dice dulce?
It's very sweet.
Sweet. It's having a lot of sugar.
Exactly. So it's having a lot of sugar. Do you prefer sweet or savory? Do you prefer desserts like a cake, or do you prefer something savory like a pizza?
Pizza.
Yeah, me too. I prefer savory much more. Even for snacks, I prefer something savory.
Savory, comentó que eran como los platillos, como no postres, no snacks.
Exactly.
Como cualquier comida fuerte o algo así.
Cualquier comida salada, podemos decir, pero no salada que tenga sal, porque eso es salty. Decimos salado simplemente porque no es un postre o un dulce. That's savory.
Ah, okay, okay. Bye.
Yes. Very well, Julianne, please help us with the next one, number 7.
This lemonade is very sour. It needs more sugar.
So what is the meaning of sour?
Having an acid like this.
Mhm. Very well.
Teacher,
Having an
y-
acid like this.
Y agridulce, no, ¿cómo se dice? Ácido,
Ácido is sour.
no, no es ácido, ahorita que me acuerdo le di.
Okay, very well. Don't worry. So we check the next one. Please, Cesar, help us with number 8.
Number 8. Jack. This coffee doesn't have any sugar in it. It's really bitter. Is strong flavor the opposite of sweet?
Very well. So is the opposite of sweet, exactly, bitter. So we say bittersweet. Bitter sweet. Yes, bittersweet is like agridulce, pero se llama amargo a dulce, right? But yes, we say this is very common. Yeah, you can say it's bittersweet. But I think you can say sweet and sour in this case, como que agridulce. Directamente no, puedes decir sweet and sour, que sería como dulce y ácido.
Okay. Yeah.
For example, I really love taro. There is taro drinks and there is taro ice cream, and taro is like sweet and sour. I really like it. It's one of my favorite drinks. A taro bubble tea. Really, really good. Love it. Okay, then we have the next one is crunchy. Please help us. Osvaldo, please. Next one, number 9.
Have you tried these apples? They are so crunchy. Hard and makes a sound when you eat it.
Exactly. Very well. That's crunchy. Okay. Salty, that's the last one. Too salty, salado, but something with a lot of salt. So remember, savory and salty, they are different things. All right. So now I would like to show you the next is a short reel. Okay, we'll send you this video too, so you can watch it later. You can follow this account. And well, we're going to describe the next flavors. Let's see. Let's watch it.
Can you name these food textures?
This would be like, I want you to imagine them. Quiero que se los imaginen, que los imaginen en su boca también, que los saboreen si es posible, so you can learn the word in English. This is something, for example, similar to, for what I can see here, can be a kind of, what could be this dish? Maybe it's a kind of cream, right? Can be a kind of cream or milk skin, como un tipo de nata, right? It could also be maybe like cajeta, right? The burnt milk. Yeah, so well, this kind of texture, aquí no estamos hablando del sabor, sino de la textura, de la consistencia.
Gooey.
So in English we say gooey. Right, this, I want you to see it more than translate it to you. I want you to see it, try to try to imagine how it tastes in your mouth, how it feels in your mouth. So that is gooey, right? Como viscoso, como empalagoso, right? So if you get it in your, you probably need to wash it out. If you get it in your hands, very, very sticky. Se queda pegado la sensación en los dedos, right? This is gooey.
Crumbly.
Como nota, también se puede decir gooey a una persona que es muy cariñosa, como empalagoso, gooey, right? We check crumbly. Crumbly. Crumble quiere decir desmoronarse. Entonces, crumbly es como que se desmorona. It could be, for example, some cakes, some cookies, they are crumbly. So they fall into small pieces, se hacen en pequeños pedacitos. Eso es crumbly. Okay, now we have this.
Crispy.
What is the difference between crunchy and crispy? Okay, so for crunchy, I want you to imagine, for example, a cookie. Imagine a cookie like these chocolate chips cookies. So, you know, a good chocolate cookie, after baked it, is kind of soft, but it's also crunchy, right? ¿Ya se imaginaron la textura? Esta galleta sería crumbly porque se hace en pedacitos pequeños y también es crunchy, all right? All of it is made of these in the inside and the outside, or it can be more in the outside, okay? In the outside, y puede ser quizá más suave en el interior, y a eso también se le podría llamar crusty. Crusty sería con una cubierta, se puede decir dura, y por dentro es suave. So we could say this cookie is crunchy. But in this case of the chips or nachos, for example, they are crispy because that happens when they are fried, cuando se fríen algunas cosas, so they are crispy, okay? So they are crispy, precisamente viene de la palabra crisp. Crisps es como se dice en inglés británico, las chips, okay? So these are crisps, de ahí la consistencia, right? So they are crispy. Obviously, there are some foods, hay comidas que no son como estas papitas, pero que es crispy, right?
Mushy.
Mushy. Mushy, I don't know how to explain it, but here you have also in the video where they explains the brain sandwiches.
With this one, Clarice. Made from fried calves brains, this dish is popular in El Salvador, Mexico, and even the good old US of A. Apparently, brains have a mushy texture.
Brains, los cerebros tienen mushy texture. Okay, so what do you think could be similar to mushy? Mushy sería, yo lo vería como grumoso, right? Grumoso, pastoso. That would be. It's like mix between liquid and solid. Como entre líquido y sólido también podría ser, right? Pastoso, grumoso. That's mushy. Chewy.
Chewy.
No sé, fue muy rápido. But chewy, what do you think is chewy? Let me see. I would like to show you some examples. And you tell me.
Chicloso.
What do you think is chewy? Chicloso. Yes, very well. Like this, right? This is chewy. The sweets are usually chewy. For example, that's something I don't like about sweets, about candy, is that they are chewy and they stick to my teeth for a long period until I wash my teeth. This is flaky.
Flaky.
Okay, no sé si vieron,
Can
pero
you name
flaky is,
the-
for example, the pastries, como los pastes. right? The pastries, they are flaky, they como hojaldrado, right? So I think here you can see it. So this is flaky. Why? Because flakes son hojaldras. De ahí viene, por ejemplo, los corn flakes, right? So well, this is flaky, the texture. Okay, do you have questions about this vocabulary? I'm going to send you the video, so this video, so you can see, and maybe you can follow this account too. Okay, so you can check this video later. Any questions about this?
These food textures.
At the moment, no questions? Okay.
No.
Very well. So we're going to check now dangerous foods. Here we're going to see like some things that you can describe with food. Okay, 1 second. Okay, the next will be a little bit disgusting, but hope you're not eating. Okay, so here we have first rodent. The word rodent, you can use it with food in general, right? So rodent, like this tomato, all right? This is rodent. Also, you can say, for example, moldy. Moldy is, it comes from mold. Mold is el mold. Okay, so it can be moldy. Like, for example, cheese. Right? Well, that's moldy. You know, I was reading that if you ever find moldy, for example, imagine that you find your cheese and it has mold. So you're like, oh no. Well, but I won't throw away the whole cheese or the bread. I won't throw away the whole bread. So some people just cut away. They take away this part with mold and they eat the rest of the cheese, right? But I read that this is not good because you see, for example, here is the mold. But there are some other spores, right? There are some other spores from the mold that are in the cheese and you don't see them. And the bad thing is that some mold is good for the cheese because we have, for example, blue cheese. And blue cheese, well, so it's already moldy, but that's the idea. That's a controlled kind of mushroom, right? Fungus. So, well, in this case, this is not bad. But if you ever find this, you don't know if this is a good this is a good species of mold, or this is a bad thing. And there are many bad diseases enfermedades muy feas ocasionadas por el moho, right? So they say that if you ever find your food like this, you need to throw it away. If it's bread, for example, si fuera pan, pues tirar todo el pan, right? No, not only one, not only just cut away, no, you need to throw it all away to the trash because it will probably have more spores in the bread. So you don't want to take a risk about that. Okay, so that's moldy. We check rodent, we check moldy. We say spoiled con la palabra milk, leche, spoiled milk. También se puede decir gone off, gone off. Gone off es como que está echado a perder. You can say spoiled milk or gone off milk. Okay. So this is spoiled. You can also say...
is podrido, ¿no?
Sorry?
Gone off is podrido. Como echado a perder.
Which one? Can you repeat? Gone off? Gone off means echado a perder. Similar to rodent. Rodent es podrido. Pero, por ejemplo, no decimos rodent milk or rodent cheese. Como que se utiliza con ciertas palabras. Por ejemplo, para la leche no podemos decir rodent milk. We say spoiled milk. Así se diría que la leche está echada a perder.
Es como con lo que es caducado, ¿no? Que ya expiró.
Yes. Yes, exactly. And for breath, we say stale. Stale breath. Stale quiere decir no necesariamente moldy, pero quiere decir que está duro, que ya no está fresco. You say stale. Stale. Okay. So these are some other vocabulary words you have to consider, right? So that's how you can describe food in many ways. And well, when you travel, it's always good to ask like what kind of food you're eating. So I would like to ask you, what is the weirdest food you've ever tried? ¿Cuál es la comida más rara, el platillo más raro que han probado? In my case, for example, the grasshoppers. And you?
I don't know the name in English, teacher, but I try peje lagarto. It's like
I don't know. Is it well, we can say it's not crocodile, it's alligator.
Yeah.
Okay. And did you like it?
No.
No?
No.
How did you eat it? Fried or you ate it like in this
I fried.
fried?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not good?
No.
What does it taste like? Like chicken?
Yeah, but the no, it's like a fish, but yeah, but fish.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you don't recommend?
Yeah. No. The name is peje lagarto in Spanish.
Yeah, I think it's not the same, but...
No, it's a fish. Como pescado con...
this one?
Es como un tipo pescado o un cocodrilo de río o algo así.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not
This
good.
one.
It looks scary, no se ve muy...
Nunca lo había visto ese.
No, me neither. Just listen to it, right? Nada más escuchamos como
It's typical food and Villahermosa. Is typical food.
Wow. Yes, and have you noticed that when people want to describe strange food like this, they always say it tastes like chicken. For example, iguana, what does it taste like? Like chicken, right? What have you tried, guys? What other weird stuff, food?
When I was a child, I taste paloma. ¿Cómo se dice paloma?
We say pigeon.
Pigeon.
Bueno, paloma es la blanca, ¿no?
Ajá. O bueno, no recuerdo si era blanca o de las que son como oscuras, como pichones.
Ajá, I think it's pigeon. Yes, pigeon. Okay, let's see, cooked. Okay, so it's like chicken, right?
Ajá, y que sabe igual. La típica, ¿no? Que sabe a pollo.
Okay, and you think it must be cheaper. Okay. Very well. What else, guys? What have you tried? Says Diego. Pumpkin stuffed with meat. All the seafood is very good. Pumpkin stuffed with meat. Do you remember pumpkin? Is the big one, right? Like Halloween. This is pumpkin. We also have zucchini, right? Zucchini is esta calabaza, right? So do you mean the pumpkin or you mean the zucchini? I like zucchinis.
Yes. I don't like. I dislike de comida, la neta.
Okay.
Es que tuve porque fue como secundaria de tiempo completo.
Ajá.
Pues decían que si el que se lo comía completo sin dejar nada nos iban a dar hamburguesas, pero pues no, nadie se lo comió.
Okay. Well, and what else? Have you ever tried any other kinds of food? No?
No.
I've been in a small town in Mexico where they, I don't know if it's with C or with S. It's with S, Sereque. This is a little animal that we have in the south of Mexico. And it's like this. It's very cute. It's como un mini capybara. Well, but in Oaxaca, we have, they show us this. Creo que no aparece, but we have this animal, but it looked like a rat cooked. Like, it looked really ugly, but my friends ate it. Mis amigos sí lo comieron. Parece una ratota cocinada. And I didn't have it. I was vegetarian back then, fortunately. Well, some other people have tried, for example, eel, which also we have it here in Mexico, eel, right? And they say it's good. Okay, very well. So this was this vocabulary about food. Very well, guys. So, well, that's it for today. So see you then in the next class. Goodbye.